All right, this is Scientific SD of Sound Creation Intelligence. What's going on, everybody? Today, I just wanted to do a quick start video to show you all a approach that I use to quickly drag in some sounds from the newly released Vessel Note Celese Zumbador library to get started making music. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into that. The Vessel Note Celese Zumbador is ready to be downloaded. It is on the website, soundcreationintelligence.com. And within that library and that download, it's actually two archives. So most of you all know when you have an archive, you want to unzip it and then take the folder that you unzip it or extract it. Take the folders, place them in a directory so that you can go into your DAW and find them. I'm using Ableton Live. And so I'll just start by going to the folder that I'm talking about. And today we're going to be looking at the archive folder that will be named multi-layered musical notes, which is Vessel Notes. It's just a long way, or the definition of Vessel Notes. Vessel Notes are multi-layered musical notes. So I'm going to go into this folder, and here you'll see that you're going to have 11 Vessel Notes. Okay. And if you're looking to get creative and some audio production, this is a very, very, very quick and basic way to get started. This is literally how I start creating in my workflow process, in my audio production workflow process. So I've located the folder. I'm just going to use any sound. And I'm just going to drag it onto a MIDI track channel. I could drag it onto a MIDI track channel. I can double click. This, for those of you who don't know, I can go to an instrument and pull a sampler. This is Ableton Live 10 intro. So any version with Ableton Live 10 intro or higher is compatible. As you can see, I don't have the sampler and all of the other instruments. I'm still working on getting my full versions back, a legalized full version, but let's keep it moving. So I could just drag the instrument onto the MIDI track channel, then go back to the directory, find the sound that I want to use, and drag it on the board. Okay, so those are three different ways, but really all it takes is just to double click. When you double click, it will also play a preview of the sound for you. Okay, now quick start. I'm playing it right now on my MIDI keyboard, my Novation Launch Key 49. Boom, I've already started. Okay. Okay. Now, that's not all. The way that I like to quickly get set up with the Vessel Notes, the actual Vessel Notes inside of this library, is to create a loop, a faded loop type of playback situation. This is just going to give me a sound that plays continuously from start to end, no matter how long I hold the keys. Okay. Instead of it doing this. Okay, so that's a quick start method that you all can use with all of the sounds of the vessel notes. Now, don't get this, what I'm saying, confused with all of the, with both of the folders or all of the folders in the pack. You can do this with the ARPs. I put some arpeggiations in there. You can do this with the ARPs. You can do this with the chord progressions. However, the ARPs and chord progression section folders and the sounds, they were created to be more like samples, whereas and you know, basically like chorded samples that you would chop up and pull certain stuff and manipulate them, and not really playing chords but just playing a fingered note. But the multi-layered musical notes, the vessel notes, these were created to be played as if you were playing an actual piano note. And this setup that I just showed you right here is the intended way that I wanted the sounds to be used. This is the intended way that I created them for you all to be able to use. And what will happen here is if I'm playing this and I decide to move this to a different place, I'm going to get a little something different with the startup. Okay. All right, let's go to something a little bit more drastic so you can really hear it. Let's go here. Well, let's go here. So you can hear that. It just got a little bit quieter because it's playing in a quieter location. And it doesn't have as much attack in it as well, as much tone or presence, because I'm playing it in a different section. And so this is the intended way to use it. You use these start, loops, fades, and your start end loop markers to get different sounds out of it. Let's try a different sound. So let me just pull a different sound. One that has some variations in it. Okay. Let's move it to a different place now. All right, so now you see you get something completely different. Okay, so that's the quick tip. That's the quick tip, and that's how you can quickly get started using the multi-layered musical notes, which are the actual vessel notes sounds inside of the library pack. Double click, put it on the MIDI track channel, change up or trigger the loop on and off button, put 100% fade or whatever type of fade you want on it, use some fade, and adjust your sample start time, and you're on your way. From that point, you can just start playing around with filters and things like that, but I'll save that for another time. All right, this is Scientific SD. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and go download Vessel Notes, Celese Zumbador right now. All right, peace.